In the meantime, the Nelson Mandela Foundation has waded into the row over President Zuma's continued leadership. The foundation has accused President Jacob Zuma of abusing the trust of South Africans, calling on him to stand down sooner rather than later. The foundation says President Zuma has betrayed the country Nelson Mandela had dreamed of as he took his first steps of freedom 28 years ago. President Zuma has come under increasing pressure to stand down in recent days amid numerous corruption allegations, which he strongly denies. Joining us now is our South Africa Bureau Chief, Betty Dibia from Johannesburg. Hello, Betty. So the ANC's National Working Committee met on Monday night and they've resolved to convene a special NEC meeting today to discuss President Zuma's political future. Do you think the NEC meeting will take a final decision on Zuma?
Well, a little correction. That NEC meeting is supposed to hold tomorrow in Cape Town. It was supposed to come on the eve of that now cancelled State of the Nation address. But according to the structures of the African National Congress, the NEC has the power to recall the president. And then the National Working Committee does the bidding of the NEC, and it's supposed to submit a report. As you just said, they held their meeting. So they will be submitting that report to the NEC, which will be meeting in Cape Town tomorrow, not today. But they have the power. It's if they will do it is what we're waiting to see. But they have the power to take that final decision on the president.
Now, while we await the outcome of that meeting tomorrow, like you rightly pointed out, the political activist Prince Mashele says that the ANC has never been so divided. Do you think this would impact negatively on the outcome of that meeting?
Well, so far, I guess the division in the ANC has stretched this issue this far. Divided loyalties, who supports the city now the current ANC president. They're divided loyalties. The ANC is divided. We've heard the Treasurer General, the new Treasurer General, coming out to say President Zuma must step down. But within the NEC, you have over 100 people, apart from added to the top 6. So you have people who are, I guess that division is what has stretched this matter this long. It didn't take this long in the case of former President Thabo Mbeki in 2008. So the division in the party is taken its toll, and that's what stretched this matter this far.
Now, let's talk about the parliament that has postponed the State of Nation address in response to a request from the opposition. What do you think this postponement suggests?
Well, as the statement said, including the statement that the president the president's office has also released, the political situation, the political atmosphere didn't it's a traditional thing that has been going on for years. But for the past 4 years, of course, with the entrance of the EFF in the fray, where they're saying this man is corrupt, we must move him out of office, it's always been disrupted. So, and now they've stated clearly, we're going to disrupt this State of the Nation address. Let's not waste money. So the postponement, we understand while they were approaching the president was also about writing to the leadership of the parliament to say, look, the condition doesn't really warrant for this event to happen. So let's go. So everyone agreed, that's the leadership of the parliament and the state leadership to have it postponed.
Now, the arrested ANC member, that's the Bank Satona, is due to appear in court for assault. That was after he was caught on camera kicking a woman outside the Thuli house. Do we see him being convicted?
Well, he's appeared in court, and it already, I think he's a party, the party that he belongs to, or the section of the party that he's belonged to, has suspended him as well. And nobody is above the law. And the case of assault against a woman or anybody whatsoever is punishable under law. And him appearing in court shows that he stands to be convicted. We heard a sitting minister not too long ago who was convicted after he assaulted 2 women. That's Duduzi Manana. So I don't think he's above the law, and he will definitely, the court process will definitely go through, and the law will deal with that situation.
Betty, the Nelson Mandela Foundation has accused President Zuma of abusing the trust of South Africans, and they're calling him to stand down sooner rather than later. What do you make of this latest request from the foundation?
Well, this is not the first request they've made, and it's one request among many that have been going on over the past few years. And not just the outsiders. I mean, people who remotely belong to the ANC. People within the ANC are also talking, speaking the same language. So the pressure is on the president. Whether he will yield to pressure, whether he will be forced to yield to pressure is what we'll see in the next few days. We don't know. Some say maybe he'll resign. Some say no, he's saying he's done nothing wrong. So if they want to take him out, he's ready for the vote of no confidence. So that's what we're waiting to see. He's a very strong politician and a street politician as well. So I don't think he'll take anything lying down. But now he's just a state president, not the leader of the ANC. He may just yield to pressure. The when is and how is what we're waiting to see.
We're all waiting to see that. Channels TV South Africa Bureau Chief Betty Dibia, thanks for those updates. Now we're staying with our lead story coming from Kenya, where we told you that the opposition supporter Miguna has been charged with treason over his involvement in the controversial inauguration of opposition leader Raila Odinga. And the Kenyan journalist Eric Avala is back with us to tell us what he knows about this treason charge. So Eric, you were telling us earlier what you can tell us about Miguna's treason charge.
Yeah, thank you. Well, Miguna has been charged with treason, and he declined to take a plea in court this morning. Miguna being the self-declared general of the outlawed National Resistance Movement, he refused to take a plea in court. But I got opportunity to access the charge sheet in court. And Miguna has been charged with being present and consenting to the administration of an oath to commit a capital offense in Kenya's penal code. So Miguna's lawyers have asked the case to be heard in Nairobi and are demanding for the release of their client, who was granted bail last Friday, but police had failed to make his whereabouts known or produce him in court. So since his arrest, Miguna has not had opportunity to meet with his lawyers or family, but it seems the government is intent to have Miguna face the charges of treason.
Now, he is the first person to be charged after last week's event. How come other people who were present at the event have not been taken?
Yeah, actually, Miguna is the second person to be arrested after Nairobi lawyer, one of the opposition members named TJ Kajwang. He was arrested the very next day after the controversial swearing-in ceremony. So Kajwang was fully robed and had a lawyer's wig during Odinga's swearing-in, a depiction of interpretation to mean that he was acting as an oath administrator. TJ Kajwang has, however, been released on bond. While the government has arrested some of Raila Odinga's allies, there may be a concern that a decision to arrest the opposition boss may spark widespread and unprecedented chaos and violence. So if the numbers in the last election are anything to go.
Kenyan journalist Eric Avala, thanks for your time. Well, still to come on Network Africa, new peace talks open for South Sudan. Do stay with us.